I'm sorry. Here, I'll put my headphones on. My computer does this sometimes. So hopefully I was probably talking to myself. I'm so sorry, everybody. Um, there wasn't any audio. Okay, so I'm going to start over again. I'm not sure what the problem was. My computer does this sometimes. Good. Okay, I'm glad it's much better. Okay, so let me start over really quick. I had a question. I'm really excited about today's topic, but I had a question. Hi, luxury car store. I had a question about uh, treatment. No, I'm sorry, about making eye-catching covers. Hey, Teresa. No problem. I apparently didn't have audio, Teresa, so I'm going to kind of start over. Sorry, everybody. You have to skip through the first few minutes. I'll put a note, or maybe I'll cut it, or I'm not sure. Anyway, so the eye-catching covers, right? I had a question on a Google form about eye-catching covers. So what I usually do is I start on Amazon or go to my local bookstore and come up with like I call treatments. I think it's Michael Esnick's term. Michael Esnick's term. Um, and so what it is you look for styles. So what's really common, like you'll see in women's gratitude journals and various things, is that style with the flowers around the border and then like a scripty font in the middle, kind of leave an open spot for the the title. And that's really popular and it looks really good. It looks really professional. Another one is I like to do this one. You kind of find a busy pattern and you can put it across the whole cover, front and back, kind of a busy, fun pattern. And then you create a solid block of color in the middle. So it kind of is like a big stripe down the middle. And you find a cool eye-catching graphic. And then you can put the title on that underneath the graphic on the block, the solid block, and then kind of put a banner to make, maybe it's like social media journal for small businesses would be the little banner on the bottom. It looks really professional. It doesn't work for everything. You kind of have to have the right graphics and stuff, but it is a nice treatment. I looked up cat journals. So the big thing that's selling with cat journals was like pop art right now. So that's kind of a treatment. You don't have to apply it to cat journals, but maybe dog journals or dolphins, or right, so you take the treatment ideas. So the idea is you take these style ideas that you like, so go through and see what pops out on the page, what when you're scrolling through Amazon, go, ooh, that pops out, and then look to see if it's selling. If it's not selling, maybe it's not a great design, but if you notice it pops out on the page and is selling, and you kind of come up, what's the treatment, what does it look like? Another one can be where was I going with that? Yeah, so just look look and see different treatments. Oh, that's where I was going. So advertisements. Advertisers spend a whole lot of money to make eye-catching materials. So look at all those little postcards and note cards, the pretty ones. Skechers does this really, really well. If you can see how Skechers does their ads, they do bold and interesting colors. And like sometimes they'll have like a square and then a tilted kind of rectangle with a pattern and then another one. So it kind of creates like a boxed effect, but you can only see the edges of the pattern. And that looks really cool. So kind of look and see what catches your eye and then come up with the treatment for it. Like grunge is if you're talking shirts and stuff, grunge is kind of a look, that faded look. That doesn't particularly work on book covers, but things like that. So just kind of browse this. Honestly, this is what I do. I browse the Amazon store and I literally find what catches my eye. And then I start to dissect, why does it catch my eye? What elements are interesting? How can I apply those elements to something else? And it can be really simple. A cool, for kids, like a cool bright background, that comic book background with a really cool big cartoon character with just the title. So you're simply talking a fun background, a fun character, and the title. That's it. Like that's the whole background, but it's really catching for kids. It's really simple and it stands out. So just kind of browse the Amazon category with your eyes, like, and just say, oh, I like that one. And then see if it's selling and then decide why you like it. What treatment can you use? Can you use that bright background with a character for something else? That works really well for kids. But there's other things like that sell really well. So just kind of literally look with your eyeballs and don't think too hard about how exactly you make it, but look what elements are interesting and eye-catching and why is it interesting and eye-catching. And that's how you learn that they train you for that in design, but that's how you're going to learn design yourself. It's just kind of look and see what looks good. Design school is all about teaching people what looks good to the human eye. Well, you have human eyes, so use them, right? So, see what catches to you. And it's true that some things will work for you and not for others, but that's okay because if it works for you, you're probably going to design to your type of audience. And so that's good. Okay, so today's topic, I'm super excited about this one. So as I was saying, this one, it's not, so I've labeled this kind of series Creative Ideas for Entrepreneurs, but this one isn't so entrepreneurial, but I think like you couldn't sell it to somebody else, but I think it's a really fun idea and I've so wanted to try this. I just have not sat down. Can I do, yes, Teresa, I can do some screen shares and show you, I don't think I can do it. I don't actually know how to screen share on YouTube Live, but I can tape something that I can do. I know how to screen share a tape, but I don't know how to screen share live. Maybe I'll have to figure that out one day. So I'll do that. I'll set that up in a few days and I'll do another video on that real quick. Some like treatment ideas. It's actually, once you get this process, it's really cool. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I know with everybody on the internet, hopefully it's not too bad for everybody listening. All right, so cool idea. So here it is. I think these can sell for a lot. It is escape room books. So you create party, like they have escape rooms, right? But now I guess, and escape rooms are really cool. I actually have done one and I thought it was really fun, that puzzle solving aspect. But right now I'm pretty sure escape rooms are going to be off. I mean, they're closed, but it's going to be off everybody's list for a while because everyone's touched everything, right, in the entire room. That's going to creep people out for a while. But what about escape room parties? Actually, for my daughter's birthday, I bought online this escape room kit. And it was basically just PowerPoint slides that I printed out myself. That was it. And it had some fun props and various things. And then I just printed out, there was 2 teams at that point in time for my daughter. You could print out more, or you could just have one team, however you wanted to do it. But I had the 2 teams for my daughter's birthday party race against each other. And so, but it was just, I printed out PowerPoint slides for them and then they followed the clues. And honestly, it was a really cute idea and it was good artwork and stuff like that. But I thought the puzzle itself, the puzzles were okay, but there was no story, which kind of made me sad. It's like supposed to be a murder mystery and escape the room, but there wasn't a whole lot of story. And I just thought they could have done with a little bit more effort, some more story. But this would be really cool. So look online. There is a ton of stuff on Pinterest and you could just search online. I just found a lot of stuff on Pinterest because I like to pin my ideas. But there's a ton of stuff of how teachers can make their own escape room, how you can make your own escape room. But there is some really awesome like information out there how to make your own. And so I was thinking is like I paid quite a bit for my daughter's little escape room party, but honestly, you could make it in a book. You could have color pages. You definitely want color pages and they'd be one-sided. But even let's say you did 20 pages, which was well more than the number of slides I printed out for this. I think it was only like 12 or 15. So you could have 20 colored pages and that would be 40 because you'd want the backs blank. And then that would be under the price point that makes it kind of feasible. And you could honestly sell these for like $19, $20, maybe put in a few more extra pages, make them like 50 pages, 55 pages. But if you're selling them for close to $20 and saying, hey, you can copy this, or saying 2 sets of it, or just be creative, there would be some really fun ways to do this. You'd also want to make sure that you gave the solutions online somewhere. So you could, so in case they got stuck, solutions or hints. So if you're worried about this, you could do something really easy. You could just create a free like Wix website to say, hey, go here to find some hints, and hey, go here to find some solutions. And then you could just do a free site on Wix. And so you wouldn't have to actually pay. But, if you were making a lot of money and doing several of these books, you definitely want to buy your own website. And that would be a really, it would be very simple. You could do a QR code at the back that would point right to the answer as well, or point to hints. You could have the web links and then the QR codes that would point to the same place, but then they could just get it with their phones. I think like kids setting up 2 teams and parties, and I think it would be super fun. So I've really wanted to do this idea. I haven't sat down to do it. I have some ideas and some plans, but honestly, you can kind of do some research on the web and find Pinterest. Like I said, they have a ton of stuff for how to teachers to do it, but you could make it educational too. So you could make educational ones. You could do, like all sorts of educational, or you could put these on Amazon Ignite. So you could use the same pages that you were going to make into a book and just put them on Amazon Ignite and have the educational aspect. So there is so many ways to do this and then repurpose your content in various ways. So like, yeah, maybe you set up a murder mystery that's kind of science-y, chemistry based, and then you repurpose just a little bit things and have the same puzzles, and you put them kind of as a chemistry assignment, a fun chemistry learning assignment on Ignite. So I was kind of thinking that would be really fun. I haven't done it yet, but I have looked up, and there's some really popular puzzle books. Most of them are aimed more at adults, and they do a high price point, and people love them, and they sell really well. So I think it would be a great idea. Anyone think that would be cool? I think it would be fun. I just haven't got it would take some creativity. I agree. But I don't think once you got one or two down, I bet you could crank them out really quick. Because you have kind of a method to do it. Anyone think that's really cool? Yes, no? All right. I've got a few watchers, but nobody. I've got a few thumbs up. Anyone thumbs up? That's cool. All right. Well, I think it's really fun. So Teresa, I promise I'll put it on my to-do list. I will put it on my to-do list right now to do some screen shares of like what I like to call treatments, and how I do some fun covers. I really like the treatment idea because you can use them for different niches. So I kind of have a set treatment styles, like 3 or 4 of them that I like to do, and then I can use them for various things. So I will do that. And because like I said, I haven't figured out how to share my screen live. I know I'm still a YouTube newbie. I'm learning. So y'all can, I don't know, suffer or listen with me. We'll figure it out. But I definitely know how to do it offline. Yeah. Oh, like an actual, yeah, I can even create some PowerPoint. See, the thing with the PowerPoint templates, I could create you some, but honestly, you're going to have to read. I can show you kind of the template I use, like an example, but you'd create it yourself in the sense of here's a background, here's a block, here's a picture. You'd have to all switch that out. But yeah. So, but I'll think of something and do something fun with that. Any other questions or suggestions? Just a quick thing today. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'll put a note that it really had to repeat myself until minute 3. Yay, live. It's okay. I'm learning. I think it's because my kids are on the internet. All right. Well, that's it for today. I have some more cool ideas. Yes, exactly, Teresa, like Michael Esnick does for his t-shirt designs. That's exactly what I do for books. I totally took his idea. Because it's a great idea. why read? And it's something he puts out there, but it's what we've all been doing. But I really like the idea of using advertisements also as some inspiration, because they've spent a lot of money advertising agencies, big ones, big names, Nike, Skechers, think all the things that are expensive. They spend a lot of money on advertising. And so they've done a lot of research. They know what people buy and why they buy it. So taking that stuff as inspiration is a really great method to jumpstart, your design type skills. Alrighty. If there's no other questions, I will see you next week, noon. I have a fun topic next week that I've been working on this week, and I actually have a call right after this to talk about something I'm doing with a group of people to start something for a cool book idea that I will talk about next week. So I will see you all next week. Okay, let me know if you have any questions on my Google form or reply to this YouTube, all that sort of stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everybody.